Hey everybody, welcome back. Richie here from RW Hobbies, and today we're going to do a quick little look inside the box of Tamiya's brand new release, the 48th scale F-35A. So here it is, it's arrived just in time for Christmas, and very excited. I wasn't initially excited when I heard about it, but then there's a few plans I have for this build. I am pretty jazzed, and I'm going to get going on this one pretty much right away. So over on my Patreon channel, next couple of weeks or so, I'll start uploading the videos, and it'll filter to my YouTube later in 2023. But here it is, 48 scale, brand new release. Tamiya makes some fantastic kits, and ever since I was an 8-year-old, pretty much, they've always been one of my favorite brands. So some people say it's a pretty boring subject, all grey, but actually not so. Caracal decals just released an aggressive markings decal set for this, and I will be building this in aggressive markings, which I'll put a picture up. So it's not necessarily all grey and dull. It's going to be pretty colourful and worn back a little bit, as you can see in the picture I showed. So here it is, a little bit of glare, it's got plastic as is tradition here. So let me cut the plastic off first, and then we'll get going around and look inside the box. So yeah, super stoked. And recently, let's look at recently the modern modern 48 scale kits. We've got the beautiful Tomcat, one of my favorite kits of all time, and they did the F4 Phantom, and now we've got the F-35. So that once a year almost they bring out their new 48 scale modern kit. So here it is, box art again, and on the camera here you can see going around. We've got Norwegian Air Force right here. We've got some weapons, bays, and it is kit number 61124. This side, 9 markings, sorry, so we've got what? US, Australian, Japanese, I believe that's Czech, Israeli, I'm not sure how DAF is, excuse my ignorance, Royal Norwegian Air Force, Italian, and South Korea. Maybe that's Danish, Royal Danish Air Force. That's my bad. Colors here, and I will tell you, building F-35 before in 72nd scale, MRP camouflage grey is the color to go for. Don't mix it with any of the additives and stuff it comes with. It comes in like a 2-pack for the half glass. I just use the camouflage grey from MRP, and I'll put it up on the screen, the number as well. And I find it's a pretty much almost identical match for the F-35. So here's the kit itself, the box. So you see, I've not opened it yet, so open it for the first time, and this is what we got. So not a ton of plastic, but plenty of space left in that box. But the box could definitely be a lot smaller than that. But anyway, so that's what we got individually packaged, and looks like we got a handful of sprues, and at the bottom we've got a ton of stuff. And I am seeing we do have a tinted canopy as well, which looks pretty awesome. So we're going to look for all this paperwork first, and then we'll get to the plastic. So let me kind of put this to the side. Alright, so where should we start? I guess this big pack here of paperwork. And guess what? This pack there's no staples. In the other pack with decals are all staples. I know people hate the staples. So in this one we got a couple of pieces of metal, which we'll find out what that's for in a minute. A couple of metal rods. We've got a lot of paper. Oh my god. A thick instruction book. We've got background information. We've got tech tips. We've got a whole slew of scale color prints. So we're gonna be busy with this one. So let's go through some of the stuff first. So we got the Lightning, and this is the just background information, all about the aircraft, which you can look at in your own time. Different languages, so maybe not quite as much as you think, but obviously different languages in here. So we've got that background information, instructions we'll look at in a minute. Tech tips, just basic tips of the modeler. And I would say if you are a beginner, why not have a go at this? It's an expensive kit, so price-wise, I think it's retailing around about $85 US retail. But it seems to go together from what I've seen, like it falls together. If it's anything like the other Tamiya kits, you shouldn't have much challenges with it. And here's all our color call-outs. So we're going to go through these. Let's go through these first while I have them. And these, I'm going to hold to the big camera because these things are massive. So here's the stencils. And we got, I'm guessing this is 48 scale too. Here's A, which is US markings. 34th Fighter Squadron of the 388 Fighter Wing, Utah, Hill Air Force Base, Utah. So that's one sheet. What we got here? RAM coating early version, A and B. Apply these decals to the RAM. Okay, so doing early molding on the RAM. If you got the late version, that's your RAM. So we got decal, which is, as you can see, it's a lot less. So the earlier one had a lot more RAM tape, the later one has less. Again, this is hard to show on camera because it's such a huge piece of paper. You can see how big it is. So we got RAM. And then now we get to all the markings. So we've got B and C. So this I can probably actually do on this camera here. So B, we've got the Japanese version. Really just a few, you know, country signature on there. We've got the Royal Norwegian Air Force. Again, not a ton of stuff here. There's just really just a couple of decals here and there for the country. The Australian marking, which is going to be D. I can spot the kangaroo. Then over at E is going to be your Royal Netherlands Air Force. And a lot of nice markings in this one. F is going to be Italian. G, Israeli. Nice tail marking on that one. H, South Korea. Republic of Korea. And I'm guessing last is going to be Royal Air Force. No, J is Danish Air Force. Wait, did I miss something? I thought there was RAF in here too. Maybe there isn't an RAF marking. Oh, you know what? There isn't. Oh. So I'm looking for one. The 9 options, there actually isn't a Royal Air Force, British Royal Air Force markings in here. So that's interesting to see. But, pretty much every other country apart from the UK. Now I'm thinking about the British don't have the A, right? They have the VSTOL version, the B. So that's why, obviously. So we've got the A version, I forgot. So A version, it's been a long day, I'm sorry. So it's been A version and A markings. Obviously no RAF because they don't have the A version. Instructions. Okay, going through here. Again, you got your different versions, so you're going to pick before. Like I said, I'll be doing the aggressive version, so I'll be using my own decals, not the Tamiya ones. And you basically pick which ladder you want, and then cut a typical Tamiya, and then you're going to follow through. There is a correction sheet here too, which is interesting. Steps 1, 35, 36, 37, 45, 52. Very rare you get corrections from Tamiya. And let's just whiz through these instructions real quick. We've got the few holes to make in. They're here. We've got basically a two-piece fuselage. Again, it's my first time looking at these, so I definitely need to study them. We've got the cockpit tub, and looks like you've got the nose landing gear bay. Going through the intakes. And then ordnance. You can got stealth mode, you got the air-to-air mode, we've got beast mode. Beast mode is where they have all the pylons and stuff externally on here. So you have 3 choices there. Got some sprues cut out on the inside here. Again, different versions. Look at your ladder color code, depending which version you're going to do. It looks like a very nice one-piece molded weapons bay with a lot of detail painting to do. And when it does come to detail painting, I definitely recommend Tamiya's enamels you can get from AliExpress or from Japan there. These brush paint really well. These all glass bottles. Same numbers as the acrylics and the lacquers pretty much. They seem to follow the same number, but XF16. But again, this is a lot nicer and easier to paint. Okay, so go through the weapons bay again. Beautiful detail in there, and this is almost begging to be in flight, I'm guessing, because then you can see some of this, you know, underneath. Weapons bay again, all weapons bay stuff on here, going through, and then you put in two fuselage halves together. The nozzle, landing gear, pretty straightforward. Not too many parts there. This is looking to be a fantastic kit. I think this might be one of these. Might be making multiple of them as well. Sensors going on. Again, more weapons bays kind of stuff going on. Oh, half of this instructions are weapons space, so you see how detailed that is. Again, kind of landing gear, bay, doors, that kind of stuff going on here. Then 33, we start hitting the weapons. So we've got some JDAMs, some AMRAAMs. Again, you're looking at which aircraft you're using, the code. More doors, that kind of stuff. You got your flaperons going on at the end. Tailplanes. So you got basically horizontal stabilizers. Missile launchers. If you're going to go to beast mode, I'm guessing these are the pylons going on with some paveways, some sidewinders. That's a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff for your spares box here too. Paveways again. This is all your beast mode, all your pylons and ordnance. At the end, you're doing the seat. So ejection seat at the very end, which is unusual, because normally the structure's cooler for the very beginning. Oh, you got a pilot figure too. Very nice little pilot figure. I'm excited to see the molding on that one as well. See how that looks. Normally not too bad. We've got the instrument panels going at the very end. Looks like we have a ladder if you get on the ground. Painting a marking canopy. You are getting a mask set, which we'll look at in a minute. And little framing going to canopy. And that is it. So as always, come through it super quick, because I don't think people want to sit through an hour worth of instructions. If you want to see it in more detail, you can obviously pause and look at each page individually, or just go to ScaleMates and look at the PDF. That's the way to go with this. Yeah, I don't want to spend a YouTube video like an hour talking about the instructions. Alright, so where we got it, let's look at the decals. So big slice right here with 3 staples and a lot of decals, which I'm guessing are mostly round. So we got this one. So we got low-vis squadron markings. Here's all your RAM stuff. Nice big sheet. So far, so good. I'm liking this right now. It's very much so. It's looking very exciting for me to start on this. Another little bag of staples, and what we got in this one. Let's see. We got some more RAM. Like more of a metallic look. Well, actually, it's probably the same as the other ones, just a little bit extra. We've got looks like the instrument panel stuff and the weapons decals. And once again, we have the canopy mask die. Well, it's not die cut. It's canopy mask which is not cut. And I don't understand this, because it seems with the cars, these are all die cuts. They have the machinery to do it in house. All the car kits from Tamiya have all these cut out ready to go, but the aircraft kits you have to cut out yourself. So I'm not sure why that is. It's definitely a little bit of a nuance, but it's not too much of a pair of scissors or a knife. Just go around and cut these out. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't know why I just don't like die cut them, because like I said, they have the capacity to do so, because all the car kits do that. So that's a weird one, I guess. But there you go. So let me put these to the side, and let's start with the plastic. All right. So first up, we've got it's like again staples. Excuse me, in the bags. We got the lower fuselage. Light. There we go. See a little bit better. So it's not as bad as some of the kits. It's not like the I Love kit recent, the F-22, F-35. They always overmold the RAM. So this is RAM is radio absorbent material. It's basically tape that goes over the panel lines. So in real life, it's just, it's, well, maybe think of this, but it's, it's just tape. It's not, it's millimeters. On model kit scale, they do like inches thick. This one on the bottom, doesn't look too bad. It's definitely overdone per se, but it's not as bad as the other kits. It's definitely the best I've seen, I think, out there in terms of F-22s and F-35s. They haven't nailed it, but it's definitely, from this piece at least, it looks the best molded. Now let's see how we look on the other side. So and there we go again. It's actually not bad. I'm gonna say it's. I don't have a F-22 anymore. I sold that kit. I built it and sold it, but it's not bad. It's still overdone for scale, but once this is painted and primed, I think it actually looks pretty good, to be honest with you. It's not. Again, it's not as bad as some of the other kits out there, like the Kitty Hawk or the Meng. It definitely looks more refined, although it is definitely a little bit heavy-handed in the molding. But maybe, the way it is with plastic kits and stuff, there's probably certain tolerances you can meet, right? So maybe you can't really get much finer than that, but there you go. And it's not a big aircraft either, if you see the size of it. It's a pretty compact kind of size. Alright, next up, except we have the front section and the horizontal, well, tails maybe? That looks pretty good. One, two, three, four, 5 more bags of sprues. Okay, intake. So they are 2-piece. I'm guessing they probably fit together pretty nicely if it's anything like the F-14. Some framing for the canopy. Looks like we have 2 types. So we're depending on the version. The intake trunking and some fan blades and stuff back there. Some nice surface detail. Clear parts. I don't really need to open this. Just a few little. These aren't anything to the canopy. These are just various parts of the aircraft, like lights and stuff. All right, next up to be the pilot. And this bag is actually not stapled, it's sealed, so let's take a look. So various small parts, the cockpit tub, seat detail, and excuse my hand, I recently saw a porch light last night and I got some cuts all over me from trying to get the rusty old fixture out. Pilot's body, arms, head, you can't really see in this scale. I don't know if you can really see that so well, but in this scale I think it'd be fine. Seat, cushion separate. Again, it's hard to see, how I'm sure it'll build up just fine, but yeah, looking good. Nice. Alright, canopies, they've given us 2, which I believe HH exactly the same. So they've given us nice. I don't know if this is just the way it goes, or if I just got extra 2. If I got an extra one by accident, but I have 2 canopies, both tinted, exactly the same. Ooh, here we go. This weapons page. Oh, there we go. Wrong side. Look at the detail on that bad boy. Very nice. Very, very nice. Definitely got to showcase that off, I think. Various other doors and various other parts. super crisp. Obviously, it's Tamiya, so there's going to be zero flash or anything. Alright, we're getting there. Just 3 weapons left, I think. A couple more packs and we're there. And then I'm going to check the instructions one last time too, just see if you do get 2 canopies, or I just got an extra one by accident. Again, beautiful detail. This is probably, maybe, I'm guessing this is probably landing gear. Front nose will be. Landing gear, pretty crude, nothing much going on there. Wheels, 2-piece. This must be a nose wheel, I'm guessing. And these are your tails. And last up, match pair, 2 sprues the same. Again, this bag is sealed. Just cut it open. And we have, so we'll obviously look at 1, so we have 2 the same. There's your wheel. Wait, why do we have 1 wheel? Interesting. I got 1 hub, so maybe I missed it back there. So 1 half for a wheel. We got pylons and we got a few weapons here. Two-piece. I mean, we sport recently 1-piece weapons, like Great War Hobbies, but these are 2-piece. And then there's nice detail for the nozzle back there. A couple of things I want to go through. I'm just going to back through this plastic real quick. I only see 1 half of a wheel, which is weird, so I'm guessing there's a different sprue I missed. So I'm looking for wheels, and I want to check on the canopies too. So let me flick through real quick. Oh, yeah, here we go. So on this sprue here, here's the inside of the wheels. We have 2 of them. So the inside wheel, 1 half of the wheel is on sprue A, and the others with 2 are on the wood weapons. So let me go through all this paperwork again. Massive amount of stuff here. You actually get a lot more stuff in the kit than I thought. I thought it'd be a handful of sprues, but you get a lot. Okay, so after looking at these instructions, I think I know what's going on here, which is kind of nice to get 2 canopies. So you have canopies in 2 frames. So you have 1 frame for open and 1 frame for closed. And it looks like you have 2 canopies. So it says here make 2. So you make 2 canopies, and you can display model either the canopy open or the canopy closed. So if you're like me, you're gonna have one or the other, probably down, or with the pilot. Yeah, probably down with the pilot in. You're just gonna basically have 1, and you have 1 spare, in case you crack it or something. Otherwise, you could, for display purposes, you can make 2 canopies and have. So you have the options if you want to switch it around in between. I don't know necessarily why you do that, but so it's nice anyway. You actually get 2 canopies, exactly the same, just the frame's slightly different. If you want it like raised or lowered, but yeah, so that's good for your spares box too. So there we go. A little bit longer than I intended this one, so I didn't expect so much stuff in the box. Very excited. Like I said, the F-14 Tamiya kits I got up my stash. I built several, and love that kit. And this one looks really cool too. There's just so many cool markings on this. So many countries involved, and yeah, it's gonna be a pretty cool kit. So again, Caracal models, they just recently released a set for the aggressor marking. So if you want to do the rather than grey, if you want to do the cool like splinter camo, like I'm gonna do, then head out over there and you can pick the decals up. Otherwise, looks a really cool kit. Again, I haven't built it, but I've seen the videos online, and it looks to go together pretty nicely, as you'd probably expect with Tamiya. So I'm gonna get the stuff put away, and I'm gonna start building this right away. And my first video will be up on Patreon probably in a couple of weeks or so. But happy holidays, have a great one. Hopefully enjoyed this one. Again, a lot more paperwork and stuff than envisioned inside the box. But have a great holidays, and I'll catch you next time.